G'day, I'm Mark Hoth and welcome to Swift Almanac. This is our iOS Essentials series and today's topic is Delegates. I'm going to explain one of the most confusing and poorly documented design principles for iOS programming, delegates. Delegates are commonly used with view controllers to handle events associated with the user interface controls that are attached to the view. But delegates can be used anywhere, not just in user interfaces. We will use an interface example to demonstrate how delegates work. The underlying mechanism for a delegate is that a view is responsible for handling all of its subviews. This responsibility is implemented either as a protocol, which we call a delegate, or as notification, which we're not going to cover in this lesson. In a simple example, we have a view which contains a text field. Let's do this in code rather than using the storyboard so you can see what happens. Nothing up the sleeve. So a text field and all of the UI controls are little mini views that lay on top of the main view, like layers of a cake. And the main view controller will send messages and events to its subviews so that they can be handled. The text field control has a property called delegate. So when we put the text field onto a view with add subview, we need to fill in the delegate field. So we say text field.delegate equals self, where self is the view controller. So the view controller knows about the text field through add subview, and the text field knows about the view controller through the .delegate field. But now the view controller needs to handle these events, so this text field has a protocol called text field delegate. A protocol is a blueprint of properties and methods that need to be implemented by a class so that it can conform to the protocol. The text field delegate protocol says which methods need to be implemented by the view controller, and typically those methods pass as a parameter the UI control that the event is dealing with. In our case, a UI text field. So if there are many of the same type of control, you can test for equivalence with the triple equal signs. So when there is an event, the view controller is told, hey, one of your subviews is getting keystrokes. The view controller says to the control, handle this keystroke, and the control says, my delegate is the view controller. The view controller then looks at its methods and finds the protocol method that's needed and runs that method, passing with it the active control as a parameter. Some people look at delegates as event handlers, but they are actually more than this, as delegates are protocols, so they are a blueprint for methods and properties. Let's look at the app delegate. So right here at the top it says var window, optional UI window. That's part of the UI application delegate. It's not an event or method, it's a property. Hopefully that clarifies how delegates work and you will feel more comfortable using them and actually understand what is going on behind the scenes. If you have any questions about the tutorial, then please leave a comment below or hit me up on Twitter at SwiftAlmanac. Please subscribe to the channel, it's free, and check out our website at www.swiftalmanac.com. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time. Cheers.